could hold on to the dates in Acts today, because if Acts 51 is true here, all of a sudden you can prove the stuff that goes out from there. God was up to something that would bless us to this day when Paul was hauled in before that court. Makes you really think about where we live in the city too, doesn't it? Some of the stuff you think, Lord, why am I having to go through this? Why am I having to navigate this? Maybe, just maybe, it's the one thing written on a pillar in this city that'll last 2,000 years later. Maybe, just maybe, it ends up being the thing that proves Christianity through the ages. Let's bow our heads for prayer. With every head bowed and every eye closed, thanks for going with me on this, guys. I know these history lessons are not exactly the most fun. I hope this one sticks with you today. With nobody looking around but just me. We call this our time of reflection. There's nothing mystical or magical about this time. Just a chance for us to stop and to process how we're different because of the songs we've sung, the sermon we've heard, and specifically the scripture that we've read. With nobody looking around but just me, is there anyone here today, and I don't want anybody looking around, even the band, if you guys could kind of turn the other direction. Is there anyone here today that would say, Zach, would you pray for me? If I'm being honest, I think I have an unhealthy view of authority. That's just between you, me, and God. But is there anybody here that would say, Zach, pray for me? Pray that I would have a healthy view of authority. If that's you, if you just lift your hand where you are right now. Thank you, guys. Hey, thank you. Y'all can put your hands down. Several of you, I've been there. I've been there. Anybody else on this one? Thank you for having the courage on that. I'm going to pray for you, but if that's you, just pray this simple prayer. God, help me to see the world as you see it. God, help me to see the world as you see it. That's a regular prayer that comes from my heart to God. God, help me to see the world as you see it. Second, maybe there are some of you here that would say, Zach, would you pray for me? If I'm really being honest, there are people in authority that operate at an immediate deficit with me. No interaction, without any previous background. I immediately think the worst of them, and I don't want that to be me anymore. Remember Acts 13, rulers and authorities are established by God to carry out His will. With nobody looking but just me, is there anyone here that would say, Zach, would you pray for me? Would you pray that I would stop having anyone in this world operate at a deficit with me before I've interacted with them? If that's you, if you just lift your hand where you are right now. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all can put your hands down. Thank you. That's a big deal. That could change your entire outlook. If that's you, I'm going to pray for you. But if that's you, just pray this simple prayer. It's the same one from before. God, help me to see the world as you see it. God, help me to see the world as you see it. Let me judge individuals based on my interaction with them and not based